So, you've poured all this time and energy into building a cool project, and now you're ready to show it to the world. But how do you actually do that? How do you get it from your laptop to a live website that's fast, secure, and available to everyone? Well, today we're going to follow a student's journey doing exactly that, and we are absolutely going to run into a super common real-world problem along the way. Just think about it for a sec. When you pull up a website, you don't really care if the server is next door or on the other side of the planet. You just expect it to load instantly. How in the world does that happen? That's really the big challenge we have to solve to get our project out there for everyone to see. All right, so our mission, should we choose to accept it, is to get this website in front of users all over the world without any frustrating lag. And to do that, we're going to use a classic 1-2 punch from AWS, Amazon S3 for storage, and Amazon CloudFront for speedy delivery. Let's take a look at how these two work together. I love this analogy because it makes a core cloud concept so simple. Just picture S3 as this ultra-secure bank vault. It's where the original, master copies of your website files are kept safe. But you don't want every single visitor lining up at the main vault, right? That would be a nightmare. That's where CloudFront comes in. It's like this massive global network of couriers that have temporary copies of your files, ready to deliver them from a location that's super close to wherever your user is. Okay, let's get our hands dirty. The plan seems pretty straightforward. Put our files in the vault, and then tell our couriers where to pick them up from. So step 1, upload. Step 2, configure. Sounds easy enough, right? And there we have it. The fundamental building blocks of the website, the HTML, the CSS, and the JavaScript are all uploaded into our S3 bucket. The foundation is set, the vault is officially locked and loaded. Step 1, check. Next up, it's time to hire our couriers. We're creating what's called a CloudFront distribution. And see that origin domain part? That is the most important piece right now. It's where we're literally telling CloudFront, hey, you know those files you need to deliver? They're over there in that S3 bucket we just made. All the pieces are starting to connect. So, everything looks good. The files are in the vault. The couriers have the address. We should be live. But if you've ever worked in tech, you know this is exactly the moment where you slam face first into an unexpected wall. We followed all the steps. We connected all the dots. We type our new website address into the browser, all excited to see our project live for the very first time, and boom, there it is, the dreaded access denied error. This is such a classic problem. To go back to our analogy, our couriers showed up at the vault, but the guards won't let them in. We did the right thing by making our S3 bucket private for security, but now it's so private that even our own delivery network can't get the files.
So we're stuck in this paradox, right? The vault has to stay private, that's non-negotiable for security, but our couriers have to get inside to do their job. We can't just throw the vault doors open to the public, so what's the move? How do we solve this?
Well, the solution has a name, and it's called Origin Access Control, or OAC for short. You can think of this as the special key, the secure handshake, that's going to let our private vault talk to our public delivery network without sacrificing any security. The best way to think about OAC is as a special VIP pass that we print out and give only to CloudFront. This isn't a public key that anyone can use. No, it's a unique credential that basically tells the S3 Vault, hey, this courier, they're with me. They're on the list. Let them in. That way, the main door to the vault stays locked to the public, but it swings right open for our trusted delivery partner. And this, right here, this is the crucial insight that trips so many people up. It comes straight from the student who actually went through this. Just creating the VIP pass isn't enough. You can have the fanciest pass in the world, but if the guard at the door doesn't have your name on their list, you're still not getting in. You have to go and explicitly update the vault's rules. And that brings us to the final and honestly most important piece of the puzzle. We have to grant that permission. We need to go into the S3 bucket's policy, which is basically its rulebook, and officially tell it to recognize CloudFront's shiny new VIP pass. So the actual fix is a pretty simple 3-step process. First, you create the OAC in CloudFront. That's like printing the VIP pass. Second, you tell your CloudFront distribution to start using it. And third, this is the step everyone forgets, you have to update the S3 bucket policy itself to say, yes, I recognize this pass, access granted. And here's what that final step looks like. I know, this block of JSON code can look a little intimidating, but it's just the official rulebook for our S3 Vault. All it's really saying is, I will allow the CloudFront service to get objects from this bucket, but, and this is key, only if the request is coming from our specific courier network. We've officially added our courier to the approved access list. And with that one final permission granted, we have liftoff. The website is live, it's securely pulling files from that private S3 bucket and delivering them at lightning speed all across the globe using CloudFront. The vault is secure, the couriers are working perfectly, and our users get a fast, seamless experience. Mission accomplished. So let's just quickly recap the big takeaways here. S3 is your vault for storing files. CloudFront is your super fast delivery network. You should always keep your S3 buckets private for security. The magic key that connects them is Origin Access Control, or OAC. And the most important thing to remember is that after you create the OAC, you absolutely must update your S3 bucket policy to actually grant it permission. So there you have it. We've launched a fast and secure static website. But you know, in tech, the journey is never really over. Now that this solid foundation is in place, you have to ask, what's next? How could we add a custom domain name? Or maybe start handling user data? Or make the application even more dynamic? The possibilities are pretty much endless.